All right, here back at the stairwell build. We got some of our ledger boards up today, and I'm sitting right where the platform is going to be. I'm going to back up here so I can show you guys this. So from this side, this is our platform, and then the stairs will run up to there, turn, and then finish the rest of the way up to there. But was excited to show you what we had so far. So I believe we are good to go there. This is exactly the equidistant point where we were measuring everything up from. We're a little short on it, but I think we're still okay. And for me, that's the exact halfway point between the top and the very bottom, which is what this should be. So we've got all of our marks for our 16-inch on center boards that go in between. I got one cut, I fit that to size, and then I got the other one in, and we got to call her a day today because it's actually already getting dark. Maddie helped me this morning, and we got some of the other ones cut here. Those are all the right length now. So we've got 4 sitting there, and I'm pretty sure we've got 4 left if I did my math right here. Yep, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on the end. And what I'm going to do in order to get this to sit right, this is only supposed to be a 5-foot space left and right. This is 5 feet to this line here. So I'm going to frame it slightly bigger, and then this piece I left long so I could get it into this last stud on both sides. So that worked out all right. And now that those are all in and set, tomorrow morning we will take our shot at this, and hopefully everything should be squared away with the platform by the end of the week, or this weekend, I should say. So, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Till then. All right, several joist hangers later, we've got our deck spot all hung and glued in, and that should turn out quite nice. And everything looking good here. I messed this line up a little bit, but I messed it up all the way down, and so I made sure it was a little messed up over here too, so I'll just shift it about a 1/16 of an inch. These are closer than 16 though, so it's okay. But we're all good there, and if a test of the level is anything, we'll find out if we are even. And looking to me like that's the case. You can see too, I'll move this over for you. Looking pretty dead on accurate there to me. And we are over all of them except this one. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you saw that, but I slid that over. It didn't even, oh, that was amazing. And once again, dead on accurate. Okay, so I'm really happy with how that turned out. The next part for us is to take some subfloor, and I think this sheet might be the best candidate right here, to put that on and over the top. You'll have to measure that out and cut it, and we should be good. After we do that, and we got to nail it down, and then we'll have our platform done. And then I went out and bought the stringers for the first set here. These are 12-foot 2x12s, 12 feet long, 2 inches thick, 12 inches wide across. And what they do is they'll sit and be our stringers, and they'll start roughly about there. You'll take your first step up, and then you'll eventually come up to the height of our platform here, which has got the level on it yet. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that platform on. It was just me working this weekend for most of it. Maddie worked and helped me get the first ledger boards up. That's these 3 bits that were attached to walls, and those went really well. And the other thing we did too, to really lock this board in, we actually extended it long and locked it into one of the studs that's sitting here by adding a spacer. So this works out great, locks this board in, makes sure it's secured to something, and now that whole thing is stable all the way across without us having to do a bunch of extra stuff to brace this board or put a thing on the back, a post or anything like that. It's all locked in, which is great. So that's what we got going right now. Hopefully we'll have the decking on that soon, and then we're well, that's about halfway there actually at that point. Once the decking is in, then we'll be able to run the stringer and then another set of stringers to the top and we'll be set. We'll get back to you when I get a little bit of a decking piece on this. Till then. All right, after another long day, stringer's set. The only thing we got to do is lock this board down here to keep them from kicking out. But we're good on everything else. Let me get as close as I can. You see those pieces in the corner here? We lock those in so those stay. And then these, you don't need that because they are literally locked into every single one of these studs. We're going to put screws in. And we've got a 2x4 that separates these. That way when you put your drywall on, it's about a 1/2 inch thick. It can sit down in here and be hidden. That way you have a space to do that. So a couple things we got to do tomorrow, but we're more than likely we're going to be putting treads on these tomorrow afternoon, early morning, or late morning, excuse me. But it's looking good. We can get this first set done, and it'd be great if we could deck the platform now that we know exactly how that's going to come out. So that would mean that once you get into here, you'll have your first step up, and then you'll be going from that point forward. But it looks pretty good to me. And if we have to, we can always adjust our header later in the future if we want to put that a little higher. But I think we're okay. All right, so we got that done. The other thing I want to show you, I don't know if we'll have time right now, but up on top, we also got a wall in. And I'm just gonna go from way back here. Anna's in the car waiting for us. We'll see if you guys can see it from here. I don't know if you can or not. No, you can't really. You can almost see it, but not quite. So, way back zoomed in, you can kind of see it. It's this wall right here, that one right there. Maddie and my mom went to town on that one, and that's the start of our bedroom wall. And so that separates the bedroom on the first floor from the hallway and the other stuff on that side. I'll get you guys a shot of that tomorrow, hopefully. So that's all we got for now. Hopefully we'll be putting pieces of wood on stringers tomorrow. Till then, peace out. Okay, we're back, and this is where we're leaving her for today. We're at the point where we're cutting the pieces that fit on the face, but not the top yet. I do have a couple that I cut for the top. This one here is a completed step, and that's what it'll look like when it's all said and done. Nice, good size. Fits a good, I don't know, more than 3/4 of my shoe, which is perfect. And then when we're all said and done, we'll have square steps, and then it'll come all the way down to the bottom. The other thing we did was we cut this one a little short on purpose, and we'll have to raise it up a little bit. That way it doesn't touch the ground, because you don't want that piece of OSB that's untreated to touch the ground. But the spots that are touching the ground are all treated, so that'll be good. We've come a long way. We've got one more piece here that we'll have to cut for treads, and I think once we cut that out for treads, we'll be done with this first section. The only thing I'll have to do is put some nails in temporarily and some glue on the back. And once that glue gets hard, we'll come back and use some bigger pieces, or not bigger pieces, but screws to hold those down so it doesn't squeak in the future. But that's what we've got. We got 2 long weekends in a row, and we got our first set pretty much done. We just got to glue and cut a couple more and we're set. The other thing you see in here, this particle board set, that particle board one is actually not for this. It's actually for the stuff upstairs. We got another set like this that's upstairs that'll go to a platform here, and it turns and it comes back up the rest of the way. But that's what we got done. And then hopefully we'll get this squared away this week, if not this weekend, and put a deck on top of that. And then we'll be going for that next set of stairs coming this following weekend. It'd be great. If we can get that done this next weekend, I'd be really happy. Even if it's just the stringers by this next weekend, that'd be great. So that's what we got. Left some of the batteries charging. We're going to have to leave things alone for a little while because it's time to pack up. I know it doesn't look like that, but we've got a lot of other things that we've got to take care of. The other thing that I'm proud of, we stripped away our forms over here, at least some of them, and you can see how those turned out. You see the OSB looking sides on them. but that's not too bad. It's still a very nice looking form on the inside, and there's no hollow spots, which was good. Even on the nice big one over there, there's no hollow spots, which means that my framers can use these this week to finally start putting the roof on up here. So that's their plan for this week. Lots of things coming down the pipe. So when you watch this, if you like what we do, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe. I know we're partially complete on those first set of steps, but we should be getting pretty darn close here when we're all said and done next week. As I was saying, if you like what we do, consider giving us a like and a subscribe. And if you really like our channel, buy some merchandise with our link down in the description. Otherwise, until next time, we'll see you later. Peace out.